of the series Why I Suspected Neurodivergency Symptoms and Lied to My Doctor. So, this is number 11, and I just want to tell everyone or anyone who's listening if you suspect that you have neurodivergent symptoms, please reach out to a professional. You have a home here. This channel is for you. Number two, if you suspect that your child is displaying neurodivergent symptoms, this channel is definitely for you. Welcome. Claim your diversity. All right. We don't want to ignore it. Let's go ahead and claim it and do something about it. So, number 11, the reason and the very last one is I fooled myself into thinking I was okay. And the reason why I fooled myself into thinking that I was okay is because there were times where I really had a handle of things. And when things are going good in your life, okay, let's use me. When things were going good in my life, I really felt like everything was okay. Nothing's wrong. Hey, I'm a normal person. I'm handling things very well. I am going to work. I am completing my last class to get my degree. I am getting up every day, going to the gym. I'm meeting new friends. I'm picking up a hobby. I mean, I just think that I'm on top of the world, right? I go to the grocery store. I am having cordial conversations with strangers. I just really feel good, right? I am decluttering my life. I'm putting everything away that um, belongs in the past season. I am giving away to charity clothes that don't fit anymore or that I don't wear anymore. So I am, not hoarding things. My house is in order. It's neat. It's clean. So, I'm going to the grocery store. I am meal prepping. I'm not eating out. So, of course, I'm going to think everything's okay, right? I am on a good streak. I don't need any help. And if I don't think I need any help, I'm not going to tell my doctor or anything. I'm just going to lie, right? Yeah, everything's fine. And I really, really believed that. I really, really fooled myself into believing that until I came crashing down and burning, right? Falling flat on my face. And I would get so mad at myself later, thinking, why is it that I can't see myself crashing and redirect? Change courses? Why is it that I can't stop myself right before I crash? I know that it's going to be really bad when I do crash, right? What's going on with me where I have no self-control? Why is it that I have to crash and burn before I do something about my life? Um, and it's because the brain is a is a very powerful thing. It's a very powerful tool, and you really can fool yourself. And I was listening to another podcast, and you have to forgive me because I just soak in so much information. I have no idea where I get these things. But there was another podcast on YouTube saying that the brain does not recognize if a memory is real or not. So if you are, I don't know, maybe in some sort of virtual reality world and you are feeling an emotion, the brain cannot tell if it's a manufactured emotion or if you are actually experiencing it, right? If you are, you know, looking, through a machine and feeling like you're playing tennis, even though your hands are not actually hitting a ball, like you're actually holding a virtual tennis racket, right? But you're not actually holding a real tennis racket. You're not on a tennis court. You don't have the proper tennis attire or the shoes. You're not feeling the ball bounce off of the ground and then making a serve. You're not keeping track. you know, the brain cannot tell if you're really experiencing that in real time or if you're doing it in the virtual reality world because the feelings replicate each other. They're duplicate. They're exactly they're the same. I hate to say exactly the same because it's redundant, but they are exact. And so having said that, that's how I was able to fool myself to think, that everything's okay, even when everything was not okay. And I really do believe that we can rewire our brain, we can reset our brain, we can move our brain in any direction that we wanted to. And the reason why I know this is because when I tried out for track, and of course I didn't make the team, but when I was tired and my legs were cramping, and I would tell myself that my legs weren't cramping, that I wasn't tired and I can push through this. I remember when I had a personal trainer and I had the personal trainer, um, egging me along, you can do this. You only have three more. You only have two more. I I think I had so much adrenaline, those last 3 that it was easy for me to complete it, right? But if I didn't have that encouragement, it's amazing how I was able to swing, just soup, do the previous sit up or the previous pull up really easily, and then the last 3 all of a sudden my body wants to stop, right? My brain is telling my body, okay, you get a break. And I feel the pain. I feel the crampness in my arm. My breath is, I'm out of breath. I'm breathing faster. I'm inhaling more air. I'm thinking that, I need more oxygen because my body's going to shut down. And it's not, right? I'm not going to die. There's no difference between doing the last 20 and the last 3, right? The last 3 is not going to kill me, right? As a matter of fact, if I had 10 more, I'd probably be able to do the last 7, right? The 7 perfectly fine. And then the last 3, I would still have that same reaction. So I fooled my brain, right? And then when my personal trainer saw that I was running out of gas, he helped me fool my brain again, thinking that I could continue and do those last 3 easily, right? Effortless. And of course, that's what I did, right? When I fooled myself into thinking that I was okay. And it was really easy because um, there are times where things were good. I felt normal, like I was fitting into society, and that was very important to me because I had there was a stigma around being different. So fitting in was really important to me. And when you have a handle on things in your life and things are going well, oh my God, that is so seductive. It's so easy to fool yourself that everything is okay. It is very, very easy. And when you are in that state, it's going to take a lot longer to get out of that because you're so high. You're high in the sky. You're high off of all of your fears, right? You just bury them, you suppress them, you you bury your shame, right? You feel good about yourself, and you really don't. You kind of know the crash is coming, but you don't see it because you don't want to see it. And you hold on to that high because you know the longer you hold on to it, the better you feel. And that's what I did. And so, of course, that was not healthy at all. And by the time I actually got help, it was probably too late because um, I crashed and burned. Right, I was to the point where I was doing very unhealthy things in my life, like sitting around and not doing anything. And that's when I had to come to terms with everything is not okay. So that was a quick one. The last one, I just really wanted to be really quick and just tie up everything. Thank you guys so much for following me in this series. And I really do hope this inspires at least one person to not lie to their doctor and seek some help from a professional. And this is part 11 of why I suspected neurodivergent symptoms and lied to my doctor. And the reason why for number 11 was that I fooled myself into thinking I was okay. And I was able to do that because I really went through a long period of time where I had a handle on things. All right, guys, see you in the next episode. Bye for now.